Star Report. I'm your host, Star. Welcome to the show. Monday, early evening research edition. I think we can say that, all right? How you guys doing? I've been off for a couple of days out on the boat. I'm really into deep sea fishing now. Anyway, I want to talk to you guys about Drake's 3 albums that he dropped, and I listened to 1.5. I like Drake's formula. I've always said that, and I'm going to try to be as objective as I can. However, is this Drake's Thriller? That's my question to you early. Is this his Thriller? And does it encapsulate the generation? Encapsulate, you know? I have a feeling, I could be wrong, that this is a monumental project, and you can't call it trash. I wouldn't even try to do that. It may speak to the generation, to those who have been with him over the years, and it may be a pinnacle point for him, to be fair, okay? Now, the 3 albums, I actually listened to episode 4 when they first put it out on his YouTube channel, and then they took it down, right? Salute to Aaron. He sent me the link, so I listened to an hour and a half, and then, later on, they took that down, as I said, and we have the 3. I'm still very much enjoying number 2, all right, which is the R&B Heartbreak album. Number 1, Iceman, is the core rap blockbuster. Number 3, Maid of Honor, is the high energy club record. So he took his time, he put this together, and I think it's giving people a lot to digest. I don't know if this is, if his intention was to give the label these 3 projects to then say, that's it, see you later. You would have to educate me with regards to where he's at in his contract and so on and so forth. Anyway, 43 tracks spanning nearly 2.5 hours of music. Okay, this is his first full-length solo project, since 2024, okay? We know this story with regards to Kendrick Lamar, Lesser. I don't even want to go there tonight, to be honest with you. I don't want to go there. But I do want to open up the floodgates for those of you who, you may want to speak to it, and you may not have a favorable assessment, but I want you to be honest. Be honest. Now, let me also say this. This is not the first time in history that this has been done. Now, the internet would lead you to believe, this has never been done before. I got bad news for you. It has. It has. Let me look in the live chat. Troll Babies, good evening. Do you know when this has been done before? I'm so old. I remember when I was 14 years of age, 1978, the rock band Kiss, Casablanca Records. Each of the members of the band Kiss released their solo album at the same time. Each one of them, 1978, September the 18th to be precise. Peter Criss, Ace Frehley, Paul Stanley, and Gene Simmons. So again, this formula that Drake is using, it's a proven formula. Now, if you don't know who Kiss was, you may not want to do some research, but it's not really necessary, okay? But dropping the 3 albums at one time may be the first time that a single artist did it. Okay, I'll give you that. But again, just wanted to let you know that, all right? Okay, I also want to talk about Washington, D.C. to charge parents over teen takeovers. Wow. Now, we've discussed this things of that nature in the past, but now it just seems that now with all these teen takeovers and the reality, oh my goodness, I'm still tripping off of the sweat equity that we have so become now woken up to, man. So it's not enough to lock the kids up, and now to lock the parents up, and some of these parents need to go to jail. I'm being very honest with you, but the sweat equity is a reality that I still want us to discuss. All right, guys, sit tight in the phone queue. I just want to lay some of this out before we get going here. Guys, how's my audio? Because I got a brand new mixer, brand new headphones. We had some issues last week. How you guys doing? Okay. 8Ball did a 3-disc. Okay, 8Ball from 8Ball and MJG. E40 dropped 3 albums. Okay. Well, salute to Drake. You know, again, I like his formula. And I'm not going to try to tell younger people, because I know most of my audience is younger than me, according to my analytics. I know this already. I'm not going to tell you how you should or shouldn't feel. Again, this could mean something to your generation that no one can tell you anything better. You know, it may be the soundtrack to your generation and what you have gone through and how you are elevating. You know, so I just want to say all that. Peace. Is that who I think it is? Area code 202, Monday.
Crown from DC 202 in the building.
Yes, sir. Good to hear from you, man. This is your neck of the woods, your area of knowledge. What is going on in DC, please?
Unfortunately, there's a lot of Navy Yard, which is where the Nationals play, the baseball team, the Nationals. Ever since it's been built up, because they have been building that up. That area, okay. It's just a lot of, I don't know why, but a lot of youth, I'll say, have been just rounding around that area for about a year or so. Chinatown, where the Wizards play, that has been another location where the youth have rounded around after school, sometimes during school. Okay. And of course, we're now hitting summer next month. I think 6 months is a bit excessive, but I do think the parents should be penalized some kind of way, because the teaching and the education starts at home. The discipline starts at home first. Yeah. I don't want to hear anything about you work a 9 to 5. You don't got time. You shouldn't have had the kid in the first place, in my opinion, if you wasn't able to make sure your kid is straight. But you know, I do think 6 months is a bit excessive. But these kids are youth. I won't get the one.
Can I jump in, Crown? Now that's what they can spend the amount of time in jail. I don't know the full breakdown. Now we're talking about the nation's capital, Washington, D.C. And I haven't checked the stats, the data lately with regards to the ratio. Can you tell us what cultures in your assessment are the ones who are out of control? And what time is that curfew in D.C.?
I think the curfew is, 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. And of course, we know the ethnicities, you know, Black and, you know, some Latino.
I don't want to say that. I'm asking. I don't know.
Well, okay. Well, I'm used to it. So I don't. So excuse me for coming off like that. I'm used to seeing it. And
come on.
You know, yeah. I don't want to come off like that. But yeah, those are the ethnicities for the most part. We do have a little Caribbean here and there, but it's not massive. But nonetheless, I mean, I've seen footage of, you know, youth going into Chipotle, throwing around paper towels like it's money and doing extra stuff. Yeah. Come on now, like it's excessive. And then, unfortunately, a lot of the males are wearing these hoodies. And I saw a fight break out on one of these clips, and somebody said, "Well, how do they know who's fighting who?" Yeah. Because everybody dressed in all black with hoodies like that. Like, come on now, like at some point, common sense has to, you know, seep into the brain. But I do think that the parents should be penalized. 6 months to me is just a bit excessive.
Can I jump in here, Crown? Now, I can't be a hypocrite. You know, I was born and raised in the suburbs, raised in the 70s. And I think at times I had too much freedom, you know, because I think about some of the things that I did growing up, and I look back and I say, whoa, I could have gotten 3 years in the prison system had I have gotten caught. Is there a certain DNA structure or hyper, whatever you call it, thing with regards to young Black kids where they just like to fight? They're not necessarily trying to hurt one another, but they're just blowing off steam. Pow, pow. So the same way professional hockey players. I got to get that shit off my chest. Is that a fair assessment, or am I totally off?
No, to compare it to playing hockey, I think fighting aspect in hockey is a part of that culture. Fighting amongst one another in the Black community, unfortunately, due to the system, as it appears as if it's become a part of our culture. That's not our culture.
Okay.
We don't have, clearly the parents are not home. And if they are home, they're not disciplining these youth, to the point where they ain't out here feel comfortable enough to do reckless stuff along with everybody else. Sometimes it's just the crew you just happen to be with. I'm cool with such and such from the school, from the block. I'm around with them until it's time to go home. You get into some nonsense, and a lot of times that's how it happens. But nonetheless, the footage you're pointing out is as real as it gets. And that's not the first time that we've seen that here in the city. Again, Chinatown and Navy are two massive spots where they like to go. So,
Brian, are you a parent? I forget. Are you a parent?
Yes.
Okay. Well, you would know better than me. I mean, I can only look and make an assessment of things, but it's not really based upon personal experience. Hey, man, I appreciate you calling in. Drake has dropped 3 new albums. Any thoughts? Have you heard any of the material? Drake, what do you think?
I'm not a fan of Drake. His music isn't for me. I'm not a female that's hopped up on purses and Birkin bags. It's not my style. I have seen a couple clips of people literally playing just the music. He said a line about measuring penises or some wild, crazy stuff. And then he did some random a song where he's, I guess he's in the CN Tower and he's trying to play as if he's from California, a Mac Dre beat. It's like the cosplaying needs to stop. I mean, come on, dude. Again, I'm not a Drake fan or listener, so that's just me on the outside looking at. I'm about to send a donation right now on that work, but I'm sending it right now.
Salute, Crown. Salute. Thank you, man.
Yeah, yes, sir.
I want your honest opinion. You don't have to be a Drake fan. You don't have to be a Drake stan. But this is a big deal in the music industry. Salute to my homie Academics. I'm happy for Ac. And I say that from a genuine place. Guys, put a 1 in the live chat if you're happy for Academics. Drake gave him that shine. And for those who know the history, Drake used to take shots at Ac. I didn't like that because Academics always held him down. Drake gave other streamers shots before he did Ac. And is it fair to say that a good part of Drake's success in terms of the promotion came from Academics? I think that's a fair assessment. When I joined him and Nadesco on Everyday Struggle, they were Draked out. And I was like, God damn, again, we're talking about Drake again? But he was dedicated. Put a 1 in the live chat. Put some respect on Academics' name. He deserved that chain that Drake gave him and a whole lot more. And I'm as serious as colon cancer. I was happy to see him in this project. I know he's going apeshit on his channel, and I think it's a great thing. Seriously. I want to say that, right? Okay. All right. Phone lines are open. We're talking about Drake's 3 albums. I don't have a ranking system just yet because I'm not finished listening, but I want to hear from you guys. Does it encapsulate your generation? That's my main goal here this evening. Area code 231. Please watch the language. We're talking about a few topics. Are you up to speed? 231.
Star, I'm calling about the movie you just played. So I went and saw that movie at the movie theater. I don't know when it came out. It came out maybe
back in March.
2 months ago.
Back in March.
Yes, in March. It came out in March. Okay. So the movie, it wasn't that good to me because I think 2 days or right before that, I watched, it was a movie similar to that called Ready or Not.
Okay.
Part 2.
Okay.
These 2 movies are similar in, how they like worship devil and sacrifice things.
Okay.
So the Ready or Not movie is actually better than that They Will Kill You. So, but it was all right, but it was goofy. It was kind of corny at the end, but they both of those movies have similar plots of the sacrifice, the old building, the old house.
Can I jump in a second? Stay with me. Stay with me. I thought for the first 30 minutes, I said, this is such trash. I'm enjoying it. You're right. It was goofy, nonsense. And I think that's what the generation wants today. I think that we have plateaued as a society. So people are enjoying it. Go ahead.
Yes, it was very gory. Like they would, the scenes when somebody get their head chopped off,
Right.
then they'd grow back, and it was just goofy, goofy movie. It was entertaining, trying to entertain to that crowd that likes that type of entertainment. So.
Can I ask how old you? Stay with me. Can I ask?
I'm 44.
Okay. Well, you know my age. I'm 62 now. Did my generation and your generation fail the generation of today? Because we let a lot of goofy stuff get past, and then the kids see it, and then they want to outdo us. Did we fail them in a sense? Oh, listen, I remember Phantasm, Pet Cemetery. You ever heard of a film called Pet Cemetery? Craziness.
Yes, I was scared of that movie when I was a kid, man. That movie just used to scare me when I was a kid.
You ever heard of a film called Dawn of the Dead? Dawn of the Dead.
Yes. Yep. So I used to watch all those scary movies, those horror films in the 80s and 90s when I was a kid, So I've seen all the Stephen King movies, all of the Hellraisers, all those movies.
Oh, my God.
Hellraiser was a...
I'm sorry, good.
Hellraiser was the one that kind of gave me nightmares for a couple of days.
I think the director for this film also directed that movie. Was it the Clown? Yes, no?
I'm not sure. You might be right about that. But even that movie, they make movies kind of goofy nowadays. So it's like they try to play to the whole wokeness, man, instead of just. I don't like it. Okay. It don't hit hard like the movies used to hit in the 80s and 90s.
So I have to ask you before you go, because my main topic is Drake's 3 new albums. Yeah. Give me your thoughts. Take your time. Don't hate just to hate. I'm enjoying what I've heard thus far. What do you say, a younger person? Come on, be honest.
So I listened to Iceman when it came out at midnight. Whenever it came, I downloaded it, and I tried to give it a listen with objective ears. But Drake music is just not my music. It was too just this mellow tone, too kind of just down. I like the energetic type music. Like what I'm thinking about is when you Get Rich or Die Trying. How that album was energetic. Victory Lap, Nipsey Hussle. That album was energetic. I like those type of albums. First, when you first hear them, they have so much energy, and that Iceman was just kind of this too not low energy and just like depressive. I couldn't listen to it. So.
Well, listen, again, I appreciate you being honest. I'm just trying to again play the second album more so. For my own personal taste, and then I'm going to move on to one and three.
But one thing about it too is the younger generation, because I'm a coach. My kids play basketball, so nobody in their generation is talking about this. They don't even listen to Drake. They listen to NBA YoungBoy. They listen to Rod Wave. They don't even listen to Drake. So I don't know what.
But you know who does, sir? Sir? Do you know who does?
What?
The females.
Who?
Females.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Television and radio, here's a fact by way of research, especially your morning radio stations and television, they target that female demographic, 18 to 34. And if the females lock in, those are the consumers. Think about it like this. You may know this already. In the mornings, well, back in the days, when you were getting ready to go to work, who controlled what was playing in the radio in the house? Who controlled what was playing on the radio in the house?
So you talking about just going
the females?
I'm the youngest of 4. I'm the youngest of 6 children, but I have 4 older sisters, and they control the radio.
The
Video
female.
sold, they control the
female. Yeah. And especially if she's a mother, she's not gonna let hardcore gangster rap being played in the mornings when she's getting dressed. The babies are getting dressed. The babies are eating. Hell no. So there's a whole science behind it. But I appreciate the call. Salute.
All right. Salute, sir.
Thank you. All right, guys. Thank you for your comments, your donations early. Okay. Somebody taking shots at Rory. Oh, here he is. Florida boy Jay. Yes, sir. Good to hear from you. Let's take our time. Drake's 3 albums. Where do you want to start, sir?
Well, we have to like you just said, we got to slow this down and we have to dissect this. I don't want to take up too much of your time, Star.
I got time.
But, you know,
time.
The Real Nation Network is here. He dropped these 3 albums. Personally, I feel like this was inflated, but in a way, I understand why he would do something like this. Again, I don't want to come off hating on Drake or the marketing scheme or anything like that, because I feel like that's very trendy to do, is try to dogpile on without giving an objective opinion.
Right.
So 3 albums. Iceman is the rap album, is the hip hop album, is the more commercial one, right? Maid of Honor, it's more of a dance, EDM. Gordo produced it.
Mm-hmm.
It's old to his other album he dropped 4 years ago called Honestly Nevermind, which is more of a dance, EDM type album, which when it first came out, it got trashed initially, only for people to hold it in high regard now.
Right.
Because, you know, sometimes artists drop music that's vastly different from their regular catalog, and it takes a while for the fans and mainstream to catch up.
Yeah.
So Maid of Honor was more of that tone. Mm-hmm. And to be honest, that album to me is trash. I don't like it because we have to compare it to other works he has done. This album is trash. I think it was made more towards the women, the baddies, the one who twerk over your eggs Benedict at lunch or at brunch. You know what I'm saying? The ones, you know, it's for that crowd. Maybe it's for the women. They drink Don Julio and punch on their men when they come home. Is that type of album, right? Okay. When you look at Iceman, like I said, it's more of a rapidy rap album, to be honest. Too many beat switches for a 18 track album. Too many beat switches. When you have a beat switch on every song, it makes an 18 track album sound like a 36 track album. You get listening fatigue. When we talk about the lyrics, yes, he's rapping, but a lot of the metaphors he's using remind me of 2012 Big Sean. It's a lot of recycled things. It is depth there, though. Okay. It is things that he's talking about reflecting. Things where he's talking about where he's having a conversation with his producer and engineer, 40, where he's saying, hey, man, 40 don't want to hear when I'm talking about girls or my people are telling me to dig deeper, and I'm trying, but I'm digging even deeper than that. Or songs where he's talking about women and he's saying, yo, I've been in this 6-month relationship. This is probably the longest relationship I've been in, but I'm trying to do more. I want to get a house. I want to have those Sunday brunches. You can hear certain mature lyrics in what he's saying. It just, for me, it's a couple bops. Certain things have to grow on me, but it's not. Iceman is not a terrible album.
If I can jump in for a second, Florida Boy Jay, how old are you again? I forget. How old are you?
33.
Okay.
33.
Are you in the clubs?
Yes. Come on now. You know, I'll be outside.
I'm just asking. I think, I could be wrong, that Iceman, 18 tracks, the core rap blockbuster, I'm looking at my notes here as well, and Maid of Honor, 14 tracks, I think those are more so for the clubs. And the clubs are different now. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's not like back in the days, people went to the club to dance. They're in the clubs now, and they're on their phones. So as you said, what did you say? Something that changes? What did you say? I forget. I don't want to.
The beat switches.
Beat switches.
Every song, yes. It's like
the beat switches. Hang on. The beat switches reflect the club scene now. Am I wrong?
You're not wrong. But the problem with the beat switches is you're already thinking, okay, it's a second song, or we're on track 2 or track 3 or track 4, and you're still on track 2. You're still on track 6.
Yeah.
It's fatigue. It's like eating the same food.
You're in the club. You're drinking. Hang on. I didn't mean to cut you short. You're in the club. You're drinking. You're on a perky. The beat switches. It takes you into another zone. Again, I could be wrong. I'm not in the clubs. Haven't been in the clubs in years. But I'm just trying to respond to what you're saying. And again, dissect what he may have been thinking and what we have now. Let me ask you this before I let you get back to the trilogy. Did he put out these 3 albums because he had so much material, or is this the final projects for his deal? That I don't know. The deal. What is his deal structure?
the majority of people are saying he dropped these 3 albums to get out of his deal with Universal so he can either go independent or re-up with the bigger contract to get his masters on the back end.
Makes sense to me, yeah.
Right. But at the same time, I'm looking at it in a way of Drake is like Target, right? He's like Walmart. He is something in there for everybody.
Yeah.
What he is doing is he is dropping, hey, I'm going to drop my rap album for my rap fans.
Yeah.
I'm going to drop my EDM house music for my overseas fans and for the ladies who want to twerk over the eggs Benedict at brunch. But then my album is a Habibti or Habibti. That album is the R&B one. That's the singing Drake. I like that album more than the other 2. Okay. That album, he's in his bag. Now, before I can get on that album, start for Iceman, Make Them Cry. I'll say Make Them Cry on Iceman is one of his best intro tracks. Is track 1. Whispering My Name is good. Janice STFU is pretty good. Okay. Ran to Atlanta with Future is the #1 song right now. And it's funny he had to go. It's funny that Kendrick said.
Can I jump in for a second?
Go ahead.
I like some of Future's music, but I'm tired of him. I respect the fact that he's been loyal to Drake. I'm not hating on that track, but just like, that's not one of my favorites. But hold on a second. The Most High got your comment on the screen. Thank you for your support. Hey, The Most High, also, can you send me again that thumbnail to the picture that you sent me, because I forgot to post the link to the video, and I put the link in my community section to the video, so I want to put that thumbnail, if you can resend it, on the screen during my break, okay? The Most High. All right, Florida Boy Jay, can you hang out a second? Can you stay there?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, guys, I'm taking a few calls if you want to chime in about Drake's 3 albums. I got a bunch of notes here. Florida Boy Jay is going to help me out. Also, I do want to acknowledge some people who have been sending me stories while I was deep sea fishing, taking some time off, and just enjoying life. Crown, I got your donation. Thank you very much. Okay, he's talking about academics. Yeah, well, listen, man, academics, he's been loyal to Drake. I respect that. Bill, I got your cash app. Thank you so much. Mo Skrill, I got your donation. Thank you, sir. Hey, Deeds. Couldn't believe it. Okay, I'm going to play that a little bit later. Deeds is sending me some things here. Okay. Is there a video that I need to play, Florida Boy Jay, or should we just let people call in? Because, the whole breakdown of everything, everybody is not that invested. I appreciate you with notes, but I don't know if it's that deep that we need to get all the details, all the Easter eggs and the hidden gems. So we need to do all that?
Star, absolutely not, because Drake and Universal Music Group is flagging and taking down anybody or anything that is playing a single second from this album.
Whoa.
Do not play anything from this tape. Yeah. What I also want to say about the Drake topic is that everybody was mad at J. Cole for backing out and forgiving Kendrick and telling Kendrick, you can shoot me right in the face and all this other stuff. But nobody is getting at Drake, because Future was the one who set up the album and the feature with Kendrick Lamar and put all the Drake's outs on the album and kicked off the beef and the elimination of Drake. Drake took shots at everybody else who buried him alive, and the only person he didn't shoot at was Future. Not only did he not shoot at Future, after Future set him up to get jumped, he put him on the album and then named the track Ran to Atlanta, and that song is #1. So if we want to talk about Big 3 or who's most important or who Drake is really afraid of, it got to be Future. Because I'm pretty sure, Star, if I called you to my neighborhood and me and 20 of your ops jumped you, you wouldn't call me the next day to go shoot hoops.
Hey, I appreciate your passion and your knowledge about all this, man. Do you think that all of this helps with sales? I'm sure it helps with his popularity, but what about his goal? Is his goal streams? I don't know what the numbers are, but in terms of Spotify and other platforms, isn't he like breaking all sorts of records right now, Drake?
Yeah, he's breaking records, but his album sales and the streams are also plummeting faster than any other album or songs in recorded history streaming wise, meaning that people are visiting the album and not returning back to the album after the first or second listen.
Okay.
So that's also a red flag. What he's trying to get back to is the pre-stigma, pre-Not Like Us aura of Drake. He's never going to get back to that, but he's trying to give you a valiant effort. He gave you 3 albums, 3 different genres, and for his core fan base, for the real Drake listeners, it's for them to enjoy. But for the masses, they're going to pick it up, they're going to grab certain songs they like, and they're going to discard it like we do with the rest of music right now. The number 1 streaming artist right now in the world is Michael Jackson.
Okay.
That's the truth. He's passed Taylor Swift. Billie Jean is number 1 on the Billboard.
And rightfully so.
Off the wall.
And rightfully so. Rightfully so.
Right. Off the Wall just re-entered the Billboard 200 charts. Off the Wall. Dangerous just entered. So Drake doing the whole glove, doing the white power sign with the Michael Jackson glove on the album didn't garner enough clout to be sustained. Like I said before.
Hold on, Florida Boy J. We have a comment on the screen from a member. Thank you for being a member. Who is that? I don't have my contacts in. Is it Mike the Beast? Here we go with the J. Cole slander. People still can't get over the apology. You have issues with J. Cole, Florida Boy J?
Yes, we all got issues with the half-breed J. Cole, who grew up with 2 white parents that sit up here and try to tell everybody for the last 15 years how he's the coldest MC and nobody wants to a Hollywood Cole, only to when they call him out by the buses at 3 o'clock to scrap, he running out with the principal and making apologies and driving a busted Honda Civic trying to cosplay a broke-ass nigga dressing like somebody shopping at Goodwill. We don't rock with coleslaw no more. Coleslaw is over with. We don't want to hear none of these educated dollar in the dream ass niggas call in and call for peace. Hey, Cole said he told his wife. Cole said, "Hey, I told my wife I'm a squash beef with Kendrick because I can't sleep." And he said his wife started crying.
Okay, stay there, Florida Boy J. Sean, I got your cash app. Thank you so much. He says Iceman is a good album. Those other 2 are just okay. Guys, phone lines are open. I want to hear from you. I can't give you a full assessment right now, and nor should you want one from a 62-year-old man. Florida Boy J, do you think that there's a cutoff period where someone's opinion doesn't even matter with regards to Drake's music? And if there is, would that be 40, 45? What would be the cutoff period, or is there not one?
There's not one because Drake is 40 years old himself. So I would think somebody closer to his age range should be able to comment on it. And comments are only as relevant as the person they're talking about. You don't hear us talking about a Shaggy, Big Daddy Kane, or Shine's new album. Okay. Respect to those guys, but those aren't relevant conversations. And no one wants to hear what we think about those guys. The conversation is only as relevant as the person we're talking about.
Okay. Hold on a second. Hi, Miriam. I got your donation. Okay. Whoa. Somebody taking shots at you, Florida Boy J. They're saying you're a true value, J. Cole. Let's bring some Coles in. Stay with me, Florida Boy J. Area code 786. Good evening, please. Watch the language. Drake has dropped 3 albums. 786. Yeah, we can't do the noise. You got to call back. We can't do the noise. Can you make the adjustments, please?
Okay.
Why do people do that?
Hello?
Yeah, good evening. How are you, sir?
Can you hear me now?
There you go. Much better. What do you want
All
to
right.
say?
How you doing?
Good.
Okay. I just wanted to say, if he would have just came back and did his business and made some good music and try and survive what happened to him, he might have been okay. But because he came back and he's taking shots at everybody, you know, even like taking the shot at LeBron. LeBron is the associate. He's not your homeboy, you know, and for you to handle it like that, it just shows you being very weak. You understand? Showing that you really ain't from the streets. You dig what I'm saying? Because you don't come at a dude like that. You don't come at people like that for what happened to you. That's some real B moves. You dig what I'm saying? So,
but sir, aren't the streets now YouTube and X and TikTok? That's the streets now, sir. Respectfully, Nope, nobody is hanging on the corners like that. Who cares about niggas on the corner? The streets is social media, yes?
Well, I'm saying, but you still got your personal homeboys, right?
Okay.
People that ride with you, you know, and that if y'all go through something, you know, these are, you know, daily people. You know, him and LeBron, they see each other courtside. You dig what I'm saying? They you know, it's a whole different vibe.
Okay.
You dig? So it just shows that he's not. If you're a street dude,
he's a sensitive high yellow nigga.
That you won't.
A sensitive high yellow nigga.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
You know, because in hip hop, for one, you know, I've been in hip hop for years now. I created Miami-based music. Okay. I went by the name MCADE. Right. I'm touring. I'm in Brazil right now. You know, but my thing is.
Well, sir, how old are you? Because to my knowledge, DJ Magic Mike out of Orlando is one of the founders of bass music. How old are you, sir? What's your name again?
Look me up.
No, sir, I'm not looking nothing up, sir. Sir, how old are you?
Okay, but
how
listen,
old are you?
Okay.
How old are you?
I'm 58, baby.
Okay.
I'm 58.
DJ Magic Mike? Hold
DJ
on.
Magic
Mike?
Uh-huh.
Okay, Orlando, bass music?
Okay, DJ Magic Mike learned from me.
Oh.
I'm just telling you, you can Google me. MCADE. Okay.
Throw babies, we got a real one.
I done spoke to you several times.
Hey, salute.
You know, I talked to you.
Hang on, sir. Hang on. So you got to email me something now. If you saying DJ Magic Mike learned from you, you got to email me. Florida Boy J, jump in here for a second. Please check this man's credentials. He says Magic Mike learned from him.
MCADE. Wikipedia me.
OG, you said MCAD?
MCADE out of Miami, Florida.
Come on.
All right. I'm looking you up now.
Look him up right now.
You dropped that out. Hey, Star. He was dropping out back in 1989. I see sex, crime, drugs.
Okay.
How much can you take? The train.
That's right.
ABE got it going on.
Okay.
Lyric licking. Money hounding hoes.
Okay.
All right, just something to do. I see. Hey, for real. Bass Rock Express.
Okay.
That's the first bass record.
So I had to check your credentials.
That's the first bass record.
And I appreciate you. Okay, so come on.
Hey, Star.
Come on.
Definitely.
Real quick.
Come on.
He got Iceman J, KJ, DJ Eddie B, Byron Davis, Shy D.
Okay.
MCAD, yeah.
Gangsta Love said he's official, so I'm gonna go with what you guys say. Sir, back to you. You have the floor. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying I've watched this thing, you know, multiple times how it goes, and when someone loses, like when I saw the battle going on when it first started, you know, with Kendrick, I knew that. You know, when you lose like that, when you go out like your career is pretty much over.
Okay.
It's done.
Okay.
But we're in a time now where, you know, different things have changed. Like you said, the streets is TikTok and this and that. Right. So he had like slight of a chance where he could kind of come back because of this new crowd. But then he come back like this, you know, and that's going to kill him.
Okay. Well, you are a man of knowledge, clearly. So this could be his big hoorah. Might this be his Thriller, in a sense? Drake's Thriller project, or no?
No, I think it's just like they said. It's the fans that, you know, he had a lot of fans.
Okay.
So this is their last hoorah for him. You understand what I'm saying?
I like that.
So, yeah. Yeah, I think it's the exit.
Okay. Well, listen, man. Hold on. Stay with me. Send me something. My email address is on the screen. I may have heard of you, but, you know, listen, to my knowledge, you know, Magic might put things on the map. But send me anything that I can, you know, look at. Maybe we can get you on a talk from a position of knowledge. You sound like a man of knowledge. But, you know, are you still active? What are you doing? Are you on tour? What are you doing now?
I'm touring right now in Brazil.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, like I said, the first record was Bass Rock Express. That started bass music, the whole genre. My dad started the first hip hop label in the South, not Luke Skywalker. That's a lie. You understand what I'm saying? You check the dates. You check the records.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? I got no lies for you.
Okay. Listen, I appreciate you, man. My email address is on the screen. Salute and thank you for calling. Thank you.
Okay.
All
right, you too, bro. Peace.
All right. Sit tight, Florida Boy Jay. All right. Got to bring the homie in. Hold on. Rob Lowe's at you, sir. Tapping in Monday evening. Rob Lowe.
Peace. Salute.
Peace.
What's up, Florida boy? What's going on?
Good to hear from you. Where do you want to start?
Okay, so I'm gonna try to catch on to where Florida boy Jay was at. A lot of what he said was true, but I just want to put this out there: the J. Cole thing. I'm sick to death of J. Cole. His interviews and stuff really killed his album, but his album is better than all three of the Drake albums.
Whoa!
Sonically, production-wise, and lyrics. Yeah, it's better. Look, listen. A lot of people are going through what they feel is Drake's withdrawal. Mm-hmm. It's over. You see, what he just dropped with all three of those albums is the same thing that he's been dropping.
Okay.
This is not groundbreaking. It's nothing new. He hasn't changed up his formula. He's not talking about anything else. It's the same thing, except that he's talking about the battle.
Okay.
The problem here is that what was there before, the mystique, the cloud, the smoke, the mirrors,
right?
Kendrick stripped all of that away. You're looking at what's left.
Good point.
When you listen to these albums, I listened to the whole thing, all three of them, because I really wanted to see. I thought it was going to explode because of how he held it back. But really what it was that he was afraid to drop. But he's been dropping music ever since the battle. That's another thing. He didn't go anywhere. This is not a comeback. He's been here the whole time dropping music.
Yeah, didn't he drop like a couple of gigs of music like 2 years ago?
Yeah, 100 gigs. Like that's a lot of music. He dropped like I don't know 50 something songs since the battle.
Okay.
So what you're looking at is what is left. When you listen to the music, and I mean really listen to the lyrics, not just what he's saying, how he's saying it, the cadence behind it, you could tell like 5 or 6 people wrote it. And you can actually hear what he wrote because it's a significant drop off from the style of the people who wrote the other lyrics in the same song. It's not just beat changes that you got to listen for.
Okay.
You can tell when he starts to walk off of the beat as he's trying to get out what he's saying. You could also tell that he was in a room with maybe 10 people and they were coming up with ideas of what to write about. That's why all of the songs sound so convoluted and he's just taking shot after shot after shot. He'll forget and then he'll talk about Rihanna and then he'll go back and talk about Ace and then he'll go right back to talking about Kendrick. And then you're saying you aren't bothered, but you're saying certain standout verses or lyrics from the songs that he got cut down on. Like, listen, all of this, he got 400 mil. He owns his stuff. I don't think any of that is true. He's not getting $1 billion from nobody. Nobody's going to give him $1 billion. $1 billion for what? In this economy? Who's going to invest $1 billion for somebody who their career, he's not on a downslope.
Okay.
What just happened was he walked off a cliff. Now, he might have hit the ground when he walked off the cliff, but what you're looking at now with the push, you're looking at the bots, the drop off. That they caught the bots. That's what that is.
Hold on a second. If we can look, guys, can we look on the screen? Hey, Miss Ruth, thank you for your comment. Can one of you read that because I'm typing? I can't do a lot right now. Can you see that, Florida Boy J or Rob Lowe? What's that saying on the screen?
No, I can't see it. I'm on my phone.
Florida Boy J, can you see that? No? FBJ, where is he at? Yes, no, maybe? All right. What?
Yes. It says Iceman. It says Iceman pulled 140 million global Spotify streams on day 1, but on day 2, all 3 albums dropped hard. Iceman dropped minus 140 million to 70 million. That's a 50% drop. The other two albums also lost nearly 50% each, and that's what I was telling you earlier, Star, where people went to listen out of curiosity, but nobody went back to the album after the first after the first day.
That right there, Florida Boy J, he made history by doing that, by dropping off that far. That's history that's made right there. That's a milestone. That's almost like the battle. Him dropping off that hard. That's also, it's gonna come out later on as this thing goes on. That's the bots. That's the bots. They scan for the bots. And what might actively be happening is that his own record label might be working against him because he's suing them. How you gonna sue Spotify and then try to make a deal with them like you're actually holding somebody? You got somebody in the corner. These entities are much bigger than him.
Okay.
If they could get rid of Michael Jackson, Prince, John Lennon, all of these, Marvin Gaye, Sam Cooke, if they could get rid of people that got true talent and really pushed the world, motivated the world, they could get rid of him because all his momentum is from streams.
What do you mean, Roblo, when you say get rid of those guys? What do you mean get rid of them in terms of?
Well, I believe that they got rid of them. You know how they're trying to say that Drake is doing what he's doing for the industry, and he's like modeling it after what Michael Jackson did. No, Michael Jackson really was really doing that. This guy's not doing that. He's mad that this guy wrecked his business. Because
John Lennon was killed by just a single person. It wasn't some type of force behind him. I just wanted to get an understanding of what you were saying. But go ahead.
Well, I mean, so was Martin Luther King, but I'm just saying, like, one person killed all of these people, but it came from somewhere. There was something behind that. There was a motivation and intent. This guy right here, this is nothing but internet games.
Okay.
That's all this is. This is just manipulation of numbers.
Okay.
And as it comes further out in the music, you listen to the music and you're like, yo, why is this not hitting?
Right.
It was the same music from all the Dogs and all those other albums that everybody swore up and down. It was just the mystique was there. The smoke and the mirrors. I landed my plane, Star. Salute to both of you guys.
I appreciate you, man.
I'll be listening.
Yes, sir. Okay.
No doubt.
All right. Hold on a second, guys. Photo Boy J, sit tight. Okay, the Most High. No. Can you send me the widescreen banner that you sent me to post in the community section? The one you sent me right now is that's from a phone. I want the one that I can put on the screen right now when I take my break. The Most High, if that's not too much trouble. I can't find it. I don't know where that email is, but I just wanted to say that. All right, guys, everybody hold on a second. PayPal information is on the showrunner right here, guys. We still use Venmo. Some of you have emailed me and say you don't have Cash App. We use Venmo, okay? My show producer, Deeds, is in the live chat, so it's important that you hit the like button, okay? Let me bring in another caller here. Area code 623. Please watch the language. Are you there? 623. Good evening. Talking about Drake's new album.
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
How are you, sir? Good evening.
Perfect. All right. Yeah, this is Brandon. I'm calling from Phoenix, but I'm from Long Beach. I called him a couple times.
Okay.
But yeah, I've listened to the album, and I remember like I think one of your last streams, you were asking about, what do you think about his album coming out? And I felt like then it'd be his last little hoorah. He's gonna come out and make a name for himself. And honestly, I've listened to the albums. I'm a little disappointed. He did get on there. He started rapping. I didn't know the whole album was going to be like a, cop and please. You know what I mean? Like, I'm all for you getting your revenge. But, bro, that was like 2 years ago, man.
Right.
Now, I do respect the fact that, or I like the fact on one end that, yeah, he put them 3 albums out. He's trying to get out his UMG deal.
Okay.
And I'm never going to be against, the man going against the machine.
Right.
The only reason why it don't hit as hard is because everybody knows that Drake was the machine. You know what I mean?
Right,
so it's like you weren't the guy minimalized or marginalized or put on the back burner. Nigga, you were the one
you
they
were the
put
machine.
up in right, you were the machine. And the only part is we didn't really judge you about it because you also had talent.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like there was talent. you still made boppers, you know what I mean? Even if we didn't like you, we thought you was corny, you still made good music. But now it's like it's like I really do feel like Kendrick took his mojo. He took his shine. You know what I'm saying? Like Drake is dull now. Like now he's just a light skinned dude with no lotion. You know what I mean? Before he used to be oiled up and.
Whoa! Now hang on a second. I can appreciate everything you're saying. I have not heard everything yet. I've heard number 2, the episode number 2, and part of number 1. But you seem to know his catalog pretty good. He's doing a lot of, as you said, a lot of crying. I don't want to hear all the clapbacks to DJ Khaled and all these other guys because that takes away from what he has been doing. But again, does the newer generation, is that what they want? All that taking shots? I mean, is that what they want?
I mean, yeah, in a sense, you know, yeah, we all like a little bit of drama. I mean, come on, that's the reason why we tap into certain things. But it's just it's too much, my guy. Like you could have really, instead of making a whole album of that, you could have just made like 3 fire songs that was like rebuttals that you flipped and you did all of that. And then look, I'm a big fan of the Future and Drake collaborations. There's not many songs that Future and Drake made that I don't like, but the last song they made, it was trash. I don't care what nobody say. I don't like that Ran to Atlanta song. It's not classic Drake and Future to me. It seems like some stuff they just threw together because they know when they get together, folks gonna like it and it's gonna sell, whether it's the hottest song or not. You know what I mean? I was disappointed in that.
Wow.
But I do agree with old boy saying, you know, how you gonna talk about everybody else, but you was on Future sack? You know what I mean? Like I don't know what happened between me and son. We don't know why that happened. Like you really was in your feelings about losing a guy friend. Like it's some weird stuff going on. Why are you that emotional about it? And then nobody talk about how grimy Future was about it. But then again, people saying Drake grimy too. That's probably why they make good music together. They both the same type of dude.
Yeah, both of them, correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, I only know scraps of information. Both of them have been accused of smashing other people's girls on some goofy stuff. And that's why Future gets hated on by a lot of his peers. Yes, no?
Yeah, I mean, shoot, Drake was. I think Drake was messing around with some of their women and too. Like they was sharing in between. Drake then also did some slimy stuff behind Lil Wayne back. You know what I mean? So that's what they known for. They known for going behind somebody back and getting their bra. You know what I mean? So I guess it's probably why they made up. Like I did it to you, you did it to me. All right, we cool then.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But overall, I mean, I'm glad he came out with the album. Even the Kendrick fans were anticipating what he had to say. Everybody was anticipating what he had to say. And so when he came out, it's like boom, boom, boom. But like old boy said, after that, it dropped because there's no staying power.
Gotcha.
That one song though, that song where he sampled I Just Want to Be Free. Who sings that song? Is it who sings that song?
Ohio Players?
That sample was ridiculous.
Ohio Players? I didn't hear it.
It's like the first song on the album.
I didn't hear it. See. Well, don't play it. I don't want to get a copyright strike. Don't play it.
No. I'm trying to figure out the name. I think it's Make Them Pay.
Okay.
I think it's Make Them Pay, but it was the first song on the album.
Okay.
But
I gotta take other calls, so I appreciate you.
Oh, you fine, man. Appreciate you having me on.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Okay, Florida Boy Jay, back to you.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, FBJ. I want to give you time to land your plane with regards to Drake's 3 new albums. Anything by way of social impact beyond the music? Is Drake saying anything that will shift society?
No, Drake isn't. He's not speaking on the plight of Black Americans. He's not. He shot DJ Khaled by saying DJ Khaled ain't shouting out Palestine. You know what I'm saying? And he's Palestinians. That's the most conscious lyric you got out of him. He's not talking about reparations.
Okay.
He's not talking about saving Gaza. I mean, he's not saying anything. He has a Jewish bar somewhere in there. But no, there's nothing socially conscious going on any of these tracks, any of these albums. Like we said before, it's for his core fan base, the twerk and booty clap too. But the common person, I'm telling you, Drake has a level of stigma where he's not cool to the kids anymore. He's not trendy. He moves the algorithm by name, weight alone, but not by interest.
Hold on a second. We have a comment from a member saying Denise Williams free. Okay, so that's what he sampled?
Yes, that was the sample that he used on Make Them Pay track 7.
Denise Williams. Yo, that's a beautiful song. Okay. Hey, man, I appreciate you. I'm sure we'll catch up, in a day or so. When do the Knicks play the Cavaliers before you go? Florida Boy Jay.
Tomorrow night, game 1.
Okay. Any predictions?
I think I said it last week after Knicks dismantled the Sixers.
Okay.
I got Knicks in the finals, man.
Okay.
I'm not winning the championship, but I got them going back to the finals first time since 1994 with Patrick Ewing missing layup. John Starks going 0 for 13. First time in 32 years I got them going to the finals.
And who is the zesty high yellow nigga on OKC with the fingernail polish? Who's that nigga?
Oh, Jared. I think I sent you something a day or two ago. Jared McCain.
Yeah.
Sashaying, hipping it low. Yeah, twerking and twirling. Yeah, Jared McCain.
Oh my God.
All those. Oh yeah, and SGA just won league MVP back-to-back years.
Okay.
Game 1, I think it's tonight. Thunder versus Spurs.
Okay. Good to talk to you, man. Salute.
You too, sir. Take care.
Yes, sir. Florida Boy Jay. Guys, can I play a video here? Oh my goodness! In case you don't know, I'm not trying to clown this young man. He's a professional basketball player. Hold on a second. Oh, this is a copyright strike. Hold on a second. This hooper swept LeBron James in a playoff series. Can I take the music out? Let me see if I can get this on the screen. Share screen. Guys, who is this? This guy swept LeBron James? I can't play the music. One second. You see the blue fingernail polish? I think these guys are gonna beat the Knicks. Troll Babies, what is his name? I can't pull up his name right now. He's dancing to Michael Jackson's music, which again I can't play due to copyright. Yeah, purr. Okay. Mike the Beast. I agree with you, sir. I agree with you. Yeah. I got OKC over the Spurs as well. All right, let me get that up screen. This guy's doing too much. All right. Thank you for your patience. Area code 612. Please watch the language. Right, good evening.
Yes, I was going to tell you that 8 Ball had 3 albums from Tennessee. The Lost album.
8 Ball and MJG?
Yep, he had 3 albums.
Come on.
It came out, it was called Lost.
Okay. That's my nigga.
Yeah, so Drake won the first.
That's my nigga
first
back in the days.
Person with 3 albums.
Okay. Well, the formula, if we want to be precise, the formula of dropping a whole bunch of albums at one time, that was Kiss back in 1978. The members of Kiss, the rock band, they all dropped solo albums on the same day, which was September the 18th.
Yeah, but I was just talking for hip hop.
Gotcha.
Just for hip hop. It was 8 Ball. And you forget you got to remember that his daddy from Tennessee, so he got that flavor from Tennessee.
Right.
Dropping 3 albums.
Right. Okay. Good point. Did you hear?
And I land my plane there.
No. Did you hear the albums? What are your thoughts? The albums.
I like it. He shut down the internet. He shut down everything. It was good for hip hop. We need something. Because all these YNs making these music was killing my ears.
Yeah. That was my thing. I wanted some type of shift to just get away from the mundane, repetitious, same old. So in that sense, I'm okay with Drake's efforts, but again, I haven't heard all 3 projects. Anything you want to recommend? What stands out in your mind? What really stands out?
Shebang was nice. The song with Sexy Red was nice. He had some nice cuts. Yeah, all 3 albums was nice to me. It was just something good to hear some new good music, you know. So that's what I think. I thank Drake for doing what he did.
Okay,
I'm not a hater.
I appreciate you.
Thumbs up for all his music.
Yes, sir. Salute.
All right now.
Okay, so good call right there. Area code 347. Please watch the language. Are you there? Good evening, 347.
Good evening. This is Firestarter calling from Edgertown.
Firestarter, how are you, man? Where do you want to start?
How's it going, Hater? I'm going to talk about Drake. I won't be on the line for too long.
Please, come on.
A couple of things. I'm going to flesh out. So I was on a stream on the Friday. It was when the album came out.
Academics.
And I've been. Yes.
King Academics. Put some respect on his name, man. He's living right now. I'm happy for him.
I call him DJ. Yeah, I call him DJ Academic.
Come on.
But usually when he reacts to albums, from Travis Scott to previous Drake albums, even Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, what have you, you could kind of know if he's feeling it or not. And I listened to, in the stream, he wasn't really as excited with any song. Like, it was a couple songs he liked, he enjoyed.
Well, hang on a second, Firestarter. I don't want to sit here and just critique what Academics may or may not have been feeling. I'm happy for him. What did you feel with Drake's new efforts? Did you hear all 3 of the albums, Firestarter?
Yes, I listened to all 3, and it's not for me.
Okay.
I say that respectfully. And the thing that I feel like it's so comical, this was like build up as like the album that was going to save the world, that was going to save rap because it was the greatest thing ever and everything. And it's like he dropped it, and respectfully, the weekend came and went. I didn't hear nothing bumping out of cars. I didn't really hear anything moving. As Florida Boy J pointed out, by day 2, more than 50% dropped in the streams. If something's good, especially.
Did you say bumping out of cars?
Like when songs are playing out of cars. Yeah, when songs are playing out of,
This is not 2002. Stop it. People.
They still do that. No, you're old. They don't do that in North Carolina by the water, old man. But they still bump songs out of cars.
No,
not like us.
People have on there. What do you call those little things in their ears? Nobody's blasting music. Stop it. You're hating. Earbuds. People have Hold on. Earbuds and other things that they do now. This is not 2001. Boom. Stop it. You're just hating. Come on, man.
Yeah. No, I'm definitely not hating. That's you. You're the original hater. But as I said, for me, Iceman had a couple of songs on it. I'll say out of 18, it was like 6 or 7. Definitely not nice wordplay when he said he talked about he was a Jew and how these people not see him. Like that was a good bar. He's always witty and clever with his bars about I've been Aiden Ross for streams before Aiden Ross was a thing. He has witty bars, witty lines, and I'll salute him for that. But I'm not gonna lie, I fell asleep on like the last half of the second or the third album, Habibti or whatever. Oh man, I fell asleep. I was just like, what is this? He was at one point, one of the songs like it was like a country song. It was just like I don't know. I don't know. I'm probably old, and it wasn't for me. But I will say this in like kind of closing. GNX Kendrick Lamar's album was better than J. Cole's and all 3 Drake.
I'm sorry. I'm so not interested in anything with regards to Kendrick Lamar. Please.
Yeah, I understand.
Not now. I don't want to hear that. And I'm not even.
I get it. But
I'm not hating like that. I just come on. Let's talk about what Drake released without the whole.
Okay,
Kendrick
we
thing.
are. But he has a song on the album called "Ran to Atlanta." What is he referencing when he says that? And in what song? You know why he put Future on it? Because, and as the previous caller said, Future's the one who helped kickstart off this whole beef and against him, and Drake had to run back to Future. Like it's not for me. But other than that, hater, it's back to being 80+ degrees in the east. When are you coming back up top?
I'll keep you posted, man. Good to talk to you.
All right.
Area code 819. Please watch the language. Good evening. Are you there? 819. Yes, no, maybe. Give you a second to pick
Hello.
up. Hey, good evening.
Yes, sir. Nice to listen to your show. Okay, post. Is it post-traumatic slave disorder?
Syndrome.
The syndrome. It's a real thing. She said something that was very powerful, and you also mentioned it. Our outbursts of anger.
Yeah.
Black people, we tend to be almost like short fuses.
Yeah.
Short fused.
Something's wrong with me, sir. I grip up at 12-year-old black kids. I shouldn't be doing that.
No.
Don't laugh. That's not funny. That's not funny. I grip up.
It's not funny, but it's true. You're right. This is exactly. And but the first thing is we have to recognize that as Black people. We have to recognize that, and we have to talk about it, right? So that we could actually diagnose it, because they're going to come, like, one thing you don't want your enemy to come with a solution, right? So
I don't know who the enemy is. I'm suffering from post-traumatic slave syndrome. I don't know who I should live around. I don't know what food is I should be consuming. I'm suffering, but go ahead.
No, you see, thank you so much, Star. You spoke about food. There's a warfare against us when it comes to food. It's like those juices that we are drinking, the chicken. There's something in it, and we don't have the information about it, and because of that, it stresses us out.
Sir, it's called Pasalac. I have the information. Pasalac. That's what's in the feed. It's also in the poultry, and it's also in the dairy. Pasalac. It's a growth hormone. Go ahead.
There you go. So all of those factors, environmental factors, and also the things that we consume from a mental standpoint to anything that we ingest is going to affect us. And we need to sue those companies.
Well, sir, who is we? You're calling from Canada. Who is we?
Who's we? Let me tell you who's we. Is the same corporation that are actually in the same food. When you have Del Monte, when you have there are certain brands that go across borders, right? And it's
but sir, listen, I appreciate you, but I'm looking for North Carolina lawyers. You got to do your own thing. Salute, man. Salute. I mean, we. nigga talking French. We. Post-traumatic slave syndrome. Let me put my email address on the screen. We're going to get back to the show. Drake's new albums. Do you care? Do you care? All right. Okay. Hey, Valerie, I got your donation. Thank you so much. Who sent in a cash app here? Oh, my God. How do I say your name? CHUKWUDI. Thank you so much. Hold on a second. Now, let's all slow it down here. Okay.
White kids.
Hey, can you hear you? Hello. Hello. Good evening.
Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening.
How are you? Who am I speaking to? Who am I speaking to?
PG from Atlanta.
How are you, sir? Can you turn that down in the background, please? Something's bleeding, echoing. Give me a second, guys. Can I turn that down, sir? Or can you call back?
Turn it down.
Where do you want to start?
On the issue of, locking the kids up locking the parents up for what the kids is doing.
In D.C., Washington, D.C., yes. Come on.
Yes. So, okay, boom, I'm a cop outside. I see a bunch of kids fighting. Who do you lock up? What, you just run and grab the black kids, or it's only black kids, or what do the white kids do? They don't do nothing? Sweat equity? I mean, it's crazy. I'm at work, and I'm working. My kid goes outside. He does whatever it is he does. You come get me from work and lock me up for something that my kid do. So my kid gets locked up, then he comes back, or my kid gets in trouble.
Sir, you're confusing me. You said your kid locks you up? No, sir. They're locking up the parents.
No. Yes, this is what I'm saying. They want to lock up the parents for something that the kids did.
Yes.
But I'm at work, and if my kid do something, they want to grab my kid. Okay, boom, they're going to lock him up or whatever they do with him.
Right.
Come back and say, listen, your kid did something, and then I pay the penalty for what my kid did. That's number one. Now, my house is broken up because I got to go to jail or I got to pay a fine. And now it's breaking up the whole family home. Yeah. But let's just say if I'm a cop out in the street. So what do they tell the cops? Listen, grab the...
Well, hang on a second. Are you a cop? I'm trying to understand what you're saying. You're a cop or you're saying hypothetically...
No. I'm not,
hypothetically speaking.
What I'm saying is, no, I'm not a police. I'm not a cop. Okay. I'm just saying. Cops is not... Why don't they implement these things in the white community too? They're going to only do it... We all know what's going to happen. It's going to be the black kids are the ones that's going to get locked up. Because they said the prison population is getting older. They need some new sweat equity.
Right. Yeah.
Right? They need some new sweat equity.
Yeah.
They ain't going to try to get the sweat equity out of no white kids.
Can I jump in? I appreciate what you're saying, but now I don't have the answers. I'm suffering from post-traumatic slave syndrome. I'm confused. I need a bag, a big bag, so that I can, die and not have to suffer anymore, and just live out my life, some type of payout, if you will. But go ahead and land your plane. I appreciate your call. I don't have the answer.
Yeah, I'm landing my plane. This is another form of trick knowledge. And everybody that's feeding into this nonsense, to me, it's just another form of trick knowledge. And everybody that's feeding into it doesn't understand the science and what's really going on. This is really...
You're talking about the grafted man. Hold on a second. I got you. You're talking about the grafted man. We're on the
exactly.
We're on the same page.
White devil of the planet Earth.
We're on the same page.
Yes,
I'm trying to get that bag. Do you know any lawyers in North Carolina? I'm in North Carolina. You know lawyers?
I feel you.
No.
No, I don't. Well, I know. Nah, I don't know.
Well, you're on your own, sir. But salute. Thank you, man. Salute. I got to delineate with all due respect. Here's my main nigga on the trigger. Rory, tapping in. What's going on with you, man? Monday.
Yo, peace, blood. Happy Monday, God.
Peace, grafted man. What's going on? Come on, grafted man.
I'm all good with former Judge Jeanine Pirro, now the Attorney General in D.C.
I love her.
Love her. Locking up these parents, man. Mm-hmm. They need to get locked up. They need to go.
Yeah.
I heard
seasoned coochie. She probably got some fire coochie in her old age. Go ahead.
That's a fact. Yeah, that's a fact. She got some Lebanese, you think you flying on a magic carpet coochie.
Right. Right.
That's a fact.
Come on.
She don't have no problem locking up Moulignans. She's been doing that a long time. She was up in Westchester as the lead prosecutor up there. And if you know, Westchester is like wealthy kind of white suburb above the Bronx. And they do have projects in like a small black community there. But she didn't let none of them get out of control and mess up the suburbs. She would lock their ass up quick, real quick. And so I heard the last caller trying to make it about race. And
it's all about race.
It's about race. I heard
it's America. Don't try and downplay it. It's all about race.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. Let's not run away from it.
Yeah.
These YNs is out of control. And these black parents, they're the ones that's single moms. If it's 75%, you can't run away from the facts. And they can't handle all the kids they have. They got 5 and 6 kids. How's a single mom supposed to handle 5 or 6 kids? Well, now you got to pay the price because Ray and Daquan are out there shooting people and gangbanging. And they come home to your house every night and stash the guns and the drugs in your house. And everybody knows, 9 times out of 10, parents know what their children are up to and what their children are doing. Let's not play stupid.
Come on.
I have no idea my child is out in the street running wild while I'm at work. That's nonsense. That's not, even my parents knew me and my brother and my friends were up to no good. They knew we were up to no good. You know, so let's not even go there. You know, like, do they need to be locked up? They goddamn right they need to be locked up. If you got a 14-year-old and he's got 5 felonies already, and now he's after shooting somebody, and then you look at his record and say, oh, wait, he's been caught with a gun 3 times. He's been caught robbery, 1st-degree assault, 2nd-degree assault. Man, you get out of here. You going to jail, too. You and the husband, or just you, the mammy, or just the mammy. You're going to jail. You're spawning predators.
You've had enough. It's not only that they should go to jail. Homes should be taken. Vehicles should be seized. If you had it your way, yes?
Oh, 100%. Yeah. The victims of their crimes should be able to sue the parents, and which is basically the estate. Listen, but the excuses are crazy. If I was at work and my kid did something wrong, why should I be held accountable? I don't know, man. If you were at work and your dog got out of the yard and bit somebody, you would be held liable. So why wouldn't you be held liable for your child's actions if you're going to be held, if you're held responsible for your dog's actions? You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate you calling, and we've kind of moved past. Rory, we kind of moved past the showrunner already. Drake's 3 albums. Did you listen to it? That's not really your style, right, Drake?
To be honest with you, I really didn't listen to the albums, but Drake is cool. I like Drake. Yeah. You know, they need a little bit of yeshiva in the hip hop world. You know. Why not? You know.
For those who don't know, you're a New Yorker. For those who don't know, you're a New Yorker. You prefer the hardcore niggas, DMX, Mobb Deep, right?
Yeah. Right. I prefer my MCs have been, at least have been charged with attempted murder, at the very least. I prefer my MCs like that. Right. But the other thing was the post-traumatic slave syndrome.
Right.
Yeah, that's real. I mean, Irish people suffer from that, for real. Yeah, that's a fact. Irish people have suffered from that.
Whoa. Go back. What'd you say? What'd you say?
The post-traumatic slave syndrome.
Right.
Irish people suffer from that, because we were slaves like twice as long as Black Americans. We really suffered. We had, they didn't suffer like we suffered. I mean, we had 800 years of slavery and oppression, They talk about...
Folks, this is my friend, but do you see he's now trying to hijack, just something I was bringing...
Piggyback.
Yeah, piggyback. Hijack something I'm just thinking about, some type of civil, lawsuit. You want in.
Oh, please. And if somebody's oppressed in the park, I want part of it. That lawsuit.
Yeah.
You ain't the only ones that been slaves or been oppressed. I mean, why do you think we've always been so violent, quick to fight, and why do you think we have a problem with drinking?
Right.
This all stems from PTSD, from post-traumatic slave syndrome.
Right.
Our ancestors was raped. They actually took our language away from us. We speak English in Ireland now. We don't speak Irish. We don't speak Gaelic because they took our language away.
Hey, Lisa, yes, class action. That's what I'm. Yeah, class action lawsuit.
Yeah, class action.
Class action lawsuit.
Right. I think we should go after the British Empire and all of their holdings, Lloyd Bank and all of that. Okay. And I'm down with the Black Americans going after their reparations for post-traumatic slave syndrome too. They should start in the South with all the corporations and all the descendants of slave owners.
Slow down. I'm talking about going for Delph. I'm not talking about for everybody. I'm just trying to see if I can get some type of small exploratory committee. See where I can go with this. But listen, man, great to talk to you. Everything else good. Tomorrow night, Knicks game 1 against the Cavaliers. Yes.
That's a fact. We got a strike, a shutdown here on the train.
Okay.
And a lot of the rich white people are not going to be able to come in to see the Knicks game because the Long Island Railroad's down. So I hope the tickets go on sale for half price.
Okay.
And maybe we'll get in on that.
Okay.
Nixon 6.
Nixon 6.
SMD.
SMD. All right. We'll talk later. All
right, so.
All right. There you are on a Monday evening, area code 973. Janet.
Hey, Star, how are you?
Hey, good to hear from you. What's going on?
Well, did you guys talk about that beautiful bro date that Act went on with Drake?
I'm happy for Academics. You know, for those who don't know, Drake used to diss Academics back in the days, and he stayed loyal. I think that Academics really contributed to a good part of Drake's success. So the bromance, I can overlook that. I'm glad he got that chain around his neck. You know, where do you want to start?
Well, Star, I just want to say I am so happy for Act. It was the most beautiful date I ever seen. I have never been treated as beautiful as that. I am starting to notice that the bro dates are way better than regular dates. You guys treat guys way better.
I wouldn't know, but I mean, come on. He's been holding Drake down for over a decade. Troll babies, how long has Academics been loyal to Drake? Go ahead, Jen. You were saying, go ahead.
Well, listen. He took him on a private jet. Oh, my God. The luxuriousness of it all. Okay. Took him on a private jet, international. No, you don't even need your passport. We'll hold it for you. Took you to the top of the stars. Filmed you. Let's make a movie. He did a scene for the video. Then afterwards, he took him out. And then he said, here, I got something for you. And then put a chain. That chain probably about $300,000 around his neck. Oh, my God. Yeah. How beautiful is that? How beautiful is that? Well, Ed has earned that bromance. It touched my heart. It touched my heart. It was so beautiful. Can you imagine being treated like that?
Are you hating, Janet? Keep it real. You hating a little bit?
No, I'm not hating. I think it's beautiful. Nobody is talking about the bromance.
They are.
The bromance dates.
They're talking about it.
No, I'm not. I promise you with all my heart, Star. With all my heart, I am not hating. I just think that was so beautiful. And then it got me thinking, are the bro dates better? Because, like, I see, like, I got all boys.
Hang on now, Janet. Hold on a second now. I don't know, but, I mean, you're a successful woman. You've been doing a thing a number of years. Does it matter in today's day and time? I mean, the industry is still weird. You know, they do things you and I will never understand. I didn't want to be around a lot of those, entertainers like that, but it's to be expected. Yes, no, come on, be expected.
Well, yeah, it's a new day and time. I'm happy. I'm not trying to be smart or anything like that. I'm telling you, I am literally happy. I have watched this man on his YouTube go day in and day out defending this man.
It's a fact.
This day in and day out, and no matter what he
battling Kendrick fans, battling.
Yes, I have watched Drake give people that don't even speak his name what are the Mercedes things, the Maybachs and stuff, and left Academic right there in the corner, and he stayed. Okay. He stayed in that corner, like that movie Flashdance or whatever it was. He stayed in that corner and didn't move.
All right, well, listen, Jen, I don't want to, spend too much time on Academics. Did you hear any of the music? Drake's 3 albums, Janet.
Oh yes, I listened to all 3. He didn't grow as an artist. I put that up on my X page. He didn't grow as an artist. I wish he had. Come on. Because all the stuff that he went through, I wish he had grown as an artist. But he's not saying anything new, and as he aged, the things that he's talking about, it was okay when he was like in his 20s, maybe early 30s, but he's too old for that. He's too old for that. He hasn't grown, and that's because I think he probably got a lot of yes men around him that don't tell him no or don't give him the honest opinion. Somebody needs to give him the honest opinion, because he should have grown. I know he has it in him, but I think he's scared to let it out. I think he's scared.
Can I jump in with all due respect?
Usual.
With all due respect?
Mm-hmm.
you are no longer Drake's target demo. The machine. Hang on. The machine wants him to try and target the babies coming up. So he sticks with a winning formula that they know is a successful formula. And with all due respect, is it fair to say that you have aged out as a Drake fan? And you're almost 60, so you really, you aged out a long time ago, technically, yes?
Well, I'm not almost 60, but, I'd be proud to see that age because some people don't get to see it. But here's the thing, though. The new age group is not listening to Drake, and they're not like, when we was growing up, we had the radio cassettes. I even take it back to the what's that called?
Please don't take it back to 8-track. Don't do it.
All right, 8-track. I even take it that far back. But these kids have options, and like most of the songs that they're listening to they're making up their own playlist. If you listen, like when I had,
yes, I agree.
Right, so they're not listening to Drake. Drake is they may be his targeted audience, but he is not their targeted entertainer.
Okay.
The street don't go both ways. It used to be a time when we only had a selected few to listen from, but it's the people in the late 30s that are still doing that Drake Kendrick thing, because the kids like younger, like in their 20s, they're not doing that. They're not even listening to Drake.
Okay. I hear you.
Loud. I mean, like they might play it just because of content or something like that to talk about, but that's not what's coming out of their earbuds. They're making their own playlists with artists that we probably never heard of. That's why you see all these people getting all these runs and these numbers on these Spotify's and stuff. And you're like, well, I never heard of these people.
Can I jump in here for a second, Jenny? You and I have discussed in the past post-traumatic slave syndrome. I'm really looking for any type of North Carolina lawyers. I would just like to have a conversation. I live here, but I'm thinking, class action, something or other, Have you read the book, Post-Traumatic Slave Syndrome?
No, I have not. But, if we could get some people, probably like Dr. Umar, Dr. Cheyenne Bryant.
No. I'm not doing that. Not that we. I'm just talking to you. Maybe you and I can talk behind the scenes. I'm not trying to link up with nobody like that. But all right, anything else you want to mention? Good to hear from you.
No, I just wanted to call in, and I want to thank you for allowing me to call in. I just wanted to say on the record, that was the most beautiful romance date I have ever, even regular date I have ever seen. And I have seen Cinderella.
Okay.
In all its forms and ways and stuff. That was beautiful.
Okay.
That was beautiful.
Great to talk to you, Jan. Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right.
Janet tapping in. Okay, I think we're done with the post-traumatic slave syndrome discussion. Anybody want to call in with regards to sweat equity? I'm still tripping off of that. Hold a second. Is that Detroit Ziggy tapping in?
What's shaking, Star?
Hey, what's up, man? Good to hear from you. What's going on? Are you
Detroit Ziggy? How are you?
I'm good. Are you up to speed on Washington, D.C. cracking down? Not that you have to be, but they're going to start locking up the parents due to the curfew and some other things. Yes, no?
No, I just heard about it watching your broadcast here, and they need to start.
I agree. I agree.
So these kids, they're not going to school, Star, and they're running wild. You see what's going on in these restaurants. That's another video you just played. The same version of the Wendy's commercial, the girls at the drive-thru. So it's Star. What can we say? You remember the truancy days? When there were truancy officers.
I'm from New Jersey, and it was culture shock for me when I moved to New York in 1981. The first high school I went to was Andrew Jackson in Queens. It was culture shock when they had metal detectors and security guards. We didn't have that where I went to school, middle school, private school, and high school. So I never had any experience with truancy officers. Where did you grow up?
I grew up in the Midwest, Star.
Okay.
Fortunate for me, I didn't have to, endure that. So,
okay.
But I understand it, where it had to take place in cities like that, where you said you grew up in Queens and in bigger portions of America. And Star, I believe you mentioned the night before from school right to prison, and unfortunately, Star, I think that's what we need. We need detention centers in America and just start locking all these kids up. Something's got to happen, Star, because not only are businesses shutting down due to the economy, they're shutting down to reasons like this: theft, wild behavior in restaurants, and things of that nature. And Star, America post-COVID, Star, I hate to mention this, but this is still ongoing from George Floyd. Still 6 years later, this is maniac society, and looting, rioting, and it's common now. Theft is common. There's no more discipline in America.
Detroit Ziggy, can I jump in? Have we discussed sweat equity yet? Have you called in and we had a rational discussion?
No, but I got the biggest rebuttal ever. Could you imagine the conversation with the modern day black man wanting reparations off the back of a slave? Somebody else?
Keep going. I'm listening. Keep going.
That's not most Americans today in urban America. You don't even know who your father is. Maury Povich, baby.
Whoa.
You don't even know who your grandparents. You don't know. If you don't know who your father is, you don't know your aunts, your uncles, your grandma, your grandfather, your great granddaddy. Nobody. Sorry. And you want reparations from
Troll baby? Do I let him cook? What do I do? Do I let him cook? Come on.
I mean, you want reparations from people you don't even know. And the people you do know today, you kill each other.
To be fair, Detroit Ziggy, to be fair, you have Jews who have no connection to the Holocaust. They benefit. Can you speak to that?
Unfortunately, your program is never about Jews, Star. It's never about...
It is, but people... Hang on. Hold on. You have to listen. It most certainly is, because I have a wealth of knowledge, but certain people are scared to go in that direction. So speak freely. Speak freely. Do you think that the way that the Jews benefit by way of the Holocaust is similar to how blacks, as you say, blacks could and should benefit from slavery? Speak to that.
Show me a video of the content of a Jew's character in 2026, and then I'll give you my opinion. Yeah, you never got a video for that. All I see is Wendy Girls commercials and what you just displayed. Right? So I don't want to hear that, Star. It's always, this is the black...
Gangster Love, hold on a second.
Word.
Okay, hold on. Detroit Ziggy.
Go ahead.
So when I play videos, and I open up the floor, very few people call in. Let's have that discussion now. Let's talk about the Ashkenazis in New Jersey. That I mean, in terms of the welfare system, there's always been arrest, crime, anything by way of milking that system. Let's speak to that for a second. New Jersey, or we can talk about Brooklyn. Ashkenazi Jewish community, please come on.
Yes, it happens, Star. But why don't you enlighten the audience of the other nationalities that do it then? Right? Because you can't show me consistent daily videos of these activities. They only come from black folks. That's the problem, Star. You don't see daily activities of Jews committing these crimes amongst each other and amongst society. Nor do you see it from Italians, Irish, Australians, 7 continents on this planet, and it's always the black man. So why do you keep playing these videos tonight, Star, again? Show me one.
Well, hang on a second. Detroit Ziggy, you're not listening. You're not listening. Never mind the black videos. I'm giving you the opportunity now. And hold on a second. Let me see if Gangs of Love, do you want to join the conversation or do you want to hold on? Gangs of Love.
Yes, sir. I want to get at this white boy.
Okay.
I was listening to that replay that you posted the other day.
Okay, hold on a second.
Talk about black
stay with
people.
me. Hold on. Okay, Detroit Ziggy, stay focused with me. Then I'm going to bring in Gangsta Love. He wants to address you. Let's talk.
Wonderful.
Let's talk about the deed theft in Brooklyn, New York. I've spoken about this before, and you never call in. Let's talk about it now. The deed theft that has been going on for decades in Brooklyn. The stealing of black people's homes. Please, come on, focus on that.
Star, I don't live in Brooklyn. I don't know what's going on in there. But if you want to bring up Ashkenazis and Jews, of course they got their own scam like the Somalians do and everything else. But you keep playing these videos. I keep giving you facts. And unfortunately, the gangster of EBT is about to come on and just assassinate the color of my skin and call me a racist and a plantation owner when my parents came here in the 70s, right? So he has no intelligence whatsoever to call me almighty whitey and complain. But I'm not the one that put your cousin on a T-shirt, right? So I'm not the one you're putting vigils out on the corner street for. That's all you guys do, right? And this is all Star keeps playing is black on black.
Detroit Ziggy, you're getting away from the Jews. Man, listen, man, if you can't focus on the Jews, I'll just bring in
Star, why would we go off topic? The Jews aren't on the program today.
They are, and you can't focus, man. Hang on, stay there, because I asked you to speak about the Ashkenazi. We can even talk about the rabbis and what they get accused of when it comes to the penises of newborns. Hold on, please. Stop talking on top of me. One at a time. One at a time. Gangs of Love, you want to address Detroit Ziggy? One at a time, guys, please.
Okay, hey, so let me go first, Star. So the other day you put out the compilation, and I wasn't around when I was I guess when the original played, but he was trying to critique me calling in. So when I heard it, I was like, oh damn. But Detroit Ziggy, I'm gonna sit your funky white ass down, because you get on here trying to talk like you're some type of cerebral or like you're some type of savant on black issues and I'm gonna call you out on 2 lies that I want the troll babies to go look up on Google. You probably never graduated with no more than a high school graduation. You called in here the other night talking about Lyndon B. Johnson made up welfare for black people. Well, guess what, white boy? He actually made it for white people, and he reformed it. It originally started in 1930 for the Great Depression. Then when it came out in 1964, he put it out for the poor-ass white people up in West Virginia and Kentucky. West Virginia was the first state that it went out to. Why? Because the coal miners, they weren't smart enough to migrate. FBA, we don't even make up 5% in West Virginia. And the only major city that we do make up numbers in is Louisville. So go look it up for a fact. Deeds fact check it for me. I'm going to send you a cash app. John Blaze, go look it up. I'll send you a salute. And number 9, who I don't even F with, he's a scholar and he knows his facts. They'll tell you the same thing, that welfare was started for you lazy ass white people who were in West Virginia, and then it went to Kentucky from there. And also, if you say your parents came over here in the 70s, that means you were an immigrant. Who was in the ghetto before FBA? White people. We didn't get to the ghettos until the 70s. So before you start calling in here and spreading all your propagandistic ideologies talking about FBA, let me tell you something, white boy. I worked for Exxon for 17.5 years analyzing oil, pulling it out the ground, and doing research on it. You can't slip nothing past me. And you live in would you say a 2,000 square foot house? You're the type of white boy, you got to go over to the Philippines every year so you can buy apple pie because you ain't got no game. You mad at FBA because we out here pulling y'all's white women that look like Audrey Hepburn.
Gangs of Love cooking. Pay attention.
Sitting at the house with New Balance on. Man, get your ass up off the line, clown.
Stay there. Okay, Detroit Ziggy, you
facts.
Stay there. You have the
All
floor.
facts.
Let him respond. You have the floor, Detroit Ziggy.
He can't respond.
I can respond. Hey, gangster of EBT, listen, you know why them white folks had the sign down south that said whites only in the restaurant? Because of your behavior today. That's why. Nobody likes you. Right? Gangster of EBT? Nobody likes you because of the content of your character. Right? And you still keep going off on this white man shit. Yet every night,
you gotta watch the language, Detroit Ziggy. Gotta watch the language. Come on.
I will. Every nationality eats but y'all, and you still keep complaining. Why are you complaining today about the white man? It's always white man. That's your favorite word every day. White man, white man.
Are you finished?
No, I am finished. And that was 1967. Lyndon Baines Johnson signed the Welfare Reform Act, and your mama is on it right now.
I know history. Oh man,
no, you don't know nothing about it. Explain to me the activities of the black man today. Don't talk to me about what happened 200 years ago. Why do you move in?
You don't want to hear
the facts. Why are all prisons locked up because of you?
Guys, can we bring it down a few notches? Guys, let's have a conversation. Let's not yell, please, one at a time.
Get out your feelings, my boy.
I'm asking
so if you want to,
why is every nationality in America eating, but you're the only one complaining about the white man?
Okay, so first off, your stats are a lie. First off, your stats are a lie,
Why
man.
are you complaining?
You even know who's
what hurdle has the white man?
Are you going to let me talk or not?
That you can't jump.
One at a time. Hold on a second. Detroit Ziggy, you have to let him speak. Gangs of Love, you have the floor, sir. Go ahead. You have the floor.
Okay, so in response to what you just said about black people are not eating, that's a damn lie. Do you know who's on welfare the most in the USA? People that look like you. Do you know why black people are probably, I wouldn't even say we're more incarcerated, we're more exonerated. The second amount of people that's on food stamps and EBT is Hispanics. Third, black people. Fourth, Indians and Asians, and they stay on it because they doing fraud and they putting it in their stores. So all these little things that you come up and make up with, bro, half of that stuff is not even real. That's just stuff you believe in your mind because you done got it from the news. And the reason that black people stay locked up is because you got white supremacists like you with badges and guns. So you go out and seek to find black people to lock them up. Trust and believe, if I ever was to go get a badge and gun, I'm coming and locking up all white people. I would never lock up a black person.
Can I jump in? Gangs of Love? Can I jump in?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I want to bring in Detroit Ziggy. Detroit Ziggy, are you there, sir?
I am here.
I have a theory. Before I let you respond to Gangs of Love, I have a theory. Can you entertain my theory?
Yes.
That you've got more black blood than what you lead us to believe. I think.
Well, start. I tell. Yeah.
Hang on. If I can just, I think you've got more black blood. Listen, I appreciate you calling in. You contribute to this show. You watch the show. I don't believe that you're prejudiced. We're all racist, and I'm okay with that. But I think you've got some black blood. Could I have misjudged? Sometimes I think you're suppressing something. Is the way you go hard. Who's black in your family? Come on.
Star, I told you, I've called in the past. I have been raised in black family homes. And unfortunately, people like this gentleman I'm on the line with, he is not intelligent enough to have a simple conversation.
But I'm talking about your black blood.
Without talking about race and the Klan and white supremacy. When's the last time you seen a Klanman in your neighborhood, bro?
He's not listening.
When's the last time you seen a white mask in your hood, G? Huh? Those are pooh shiesties gunning each other now. Y'all are killing each other, bro. Don't you see what's going on right now? Or does anyone replay that video?
Hang on. I want him to speak.
Let him There is no muting, bro. When's the last time a Klans member has been in your neighborhood causing ruckus? Answer that question.
Can you answer my question first, Detroit Ziggy, before I let you speak to Gangs of Love?
I am from Eastern Europe. I have no, I don't know that I do, but
yeah,
no.
You see?
Right. So
we got him, kids. We got him. Hold on.
Go ahead.
Please. Listen, you can speak freely here. Tell us about your black uncle. Come on, man.
No, I don't have one. But here's the thing, Star. Like me and Rory have a few things in common, right? So do not underestimate the white boy on other lines, G. Because with all due respect, everybody, listen close. I can cook work better than anybody on this damn line.
Okay.
All right.
Listen.
Let's be simple-minded here. Don't let all this foolishness fool you. Okay,
guys.
So saying that, listen. Explain to me the looting, the rioting, because that's all I see on this program. Gangster of Love.
Okay, guys, I got to get back to my show. Can you guys finish up? Detroit Ziggy, are you done? Gangster of Love, are you done?
I'm done.
Okay.
I'm finished.
Star, can I get the last word?
Good to talk to you.
You hadn't let me talk yet.
Good to talk to you, Detroit Ziggy. Thank you, man. Have a great evening.
Thank you.
Okay, you have the final word. Gangster of Love. Go ahead, sir.
Okay, so he says I'm not intelligent. You say otherwise, Star, so I take your compliment more than I would that Watts.
Yes, sir.
Second of all, Detroit Ziggy, he just told you stay on the subject. How many times have you called in on the Star Report and the first thing you do is you go to talking about FBAs and that don't even have nothing to do with the conversation. You can't even read the room. Okay. So you are not a savant. You are not intelligent. Stop using the word intellect. Second of all, what did you say something about, what was this other thing that he said? Damn, I'm pissed off right now. White boy, listen, me and you are not the same. We are not on the same level. You cannot walk in my shoes for 3 days. Nothing about you is smart. Nothing about you is intelligent. And then you really mad at FBAs because we probably done knocked off one of your aunties or your daughters or somebody. You just
Gangster Love, I got to get back to this show, man.
I get that.
I got to get back. Salute, man.
I appreciate you, Star. If you like it, I love it.
Yes,
appreciate
it. Thank you, man. Thank you. Okay. I let them speak, As long as people are on the line together, I don't mind you guys, having healthy dialogue. But I don't like people calling in and just randomly hating. Hold on a second, guys. Hey, showrunner, StaceyGalore.com/business. If you're looking for opportunity, please contact Stacey Galore. Tell her I sent you. A very good business person. Very classy. And a professional. StaceyGalore.com/business. Okay? All right. Is it K-Rel? Peace. Or is it Carrel? I think it's Carl. Thank you for your donation. Thank you so much. Okay. Okay. Yeah, listen. Ask Blade. Nobody in urban radio has gone harder at the small hats. Nobody than yours truly. But when I have those conversations, you have to chime in. Chime in. This is the objective perspective. Nothing's personal, Hi, Lydia. I got your donation. Thank you so much. No, I'm not up to speed on what's going on with the Knicks, but I'm going with the OKC. I just think that they have the right chemistry right now. They're having fun. Even with all that zesty stuff, they seem to be popping on all cylinders, if you ask me, okay? There is my number one political commentator, Gene Richmond, a.k.a. number 9.
Yes, of course. I will say this. It's always a part of the social and digital calamity that the Star Report brings, not bringing people together, but dividing them. Right. I enjoy this platform. I definitely
Thank you, sir.
enjoy this platform.
Where do you want to start?
Well, I want to talk about Representative Thomas Massey. I know you played a clip about Thomas Massey earlier. And Massey is running up again in the 4th District in Kentucky. in regards to his seat, and he's become one of the biggest thorns in Donald Trump's backside, if you will. He's a libertarian, and he's been pushing the Epstein files, the investigation, and he's also been highly critical of Trump's war tactics in Iran, and also highly critical in regards to AIPAC and his alliance with Israel. So, you know, it's a unique way to look at it right now. And I think we're in a unique position because MAGA is divided. I think MAGA is on its way out. There will be no more MAGA by the time we get to the voting times of the midterms. MAGA is divided.
Yeah.
I mean, you're looking at
it had its
you're
run.
looking at Martin.
It had its run.
Correct. MAGA is divided. There will be no more MAGA by the time the year is over. And if there is a sense of MAGA, it is some kind of Mark Levin, Laura Loomer, some kind of twisted Ben Shapiro style MAGA. Now, I will say this: I do not support anti-Semitism of any kind. I do not allow myself with anti-Semitism of any kind. I'd like to say that. Because once the lawsuits start flying, I don't want my name to be in a deposition. So I just want to say on this show,
you don't want to sit in an 8-hour deposition.
No, yeah, I mean, you know, I've been listening to paranoid schizophrenic women on this show. I've been listening to race arguments.
Easy.
I know. Yes, exactly. You know, but I just wanted to understand where we're going with this. You know, as a man, I look to speak to the male consciousness, to open up other men, to show them the way.
Pause. That was crazy.
Exactly.
Crazy.
Yes, exactly. Not to be so partisan, but to look at this political element in a very unique way. Again, I understand partisanship, but we have to look at it from both sides, and we have to look at where our country is going. And we're in a very unique space because come 2028, we're going to see a brand new dynasty of Democrat faces and Republican faces. We're going to see the Democrats a lot more radical, and we're going to need some new Republican blood, because I can tell you now, Marco Rubio and Mr. J.D. Vance just isn't cutting it for me.
Well, listen, I appreciate your knowledge, your wellspring of information, and your execution. I'm kind of exhausted with politics. You know, I think that everybody's on the take. Everybody is you know, telling the public what they want to hear, in a sense. I just, you know, I don't know, man. I'm gonna do some type of political shift after the Trump administration. I'm gonna stay in America, but I don't like anybody who I see in terms of upcoming candidates. I just want to say that. Go ahead.
I can understand that. I think America is going to be at a political standstill. I think we're kind of there now. A lot of people are waking up to these party lines, and they're understanding that who's the real benefactor of what these parties are actually really doing. Does the American people really benefit from any of this? Whether you're a Democrat or a Republican, you know, the great Pat Buchanan once said that these parties are one monster with two different heads. So it makes you really look at it. What are we getting? Is the American people really getting what they voted for by the time it's all said and done? And it's a unique perspective.
I will say this, though. I think it'll be a sad day if AOC gets anywhere closer to that White House. What are your feelings on her? I know we've touched on that from time to time.
Well, AOC is a woman 2 years ago that couldn't name the three branches of government, and she sits in one.
Right.
So it just goes to show you how convoluted and how dense these politicians are. Right. And it's not about what these politicians know; it's how much the donors donate to their political orders.
Right.
And I think that's where we are. It's about donors. It's about lobbyists. It's about corporatism. That's what fuels politics, and that's what fuels these politicians. I heard someone talking about the Lyndon Johnson's Great Society. I would say before that, you'd have to go to FDR to find out the origins of what Lyndon Johnson would later create through the Kerner Commission and things of that nature. So FDR kind of really brought it to the table after the Great Depression. So again, this goes back to politics again. What has these political figures done that serve the American people?
Yeah. Very well said. Do you care to address Drake's 3 albums? Did you hear anything, or is that not your cup of tea?
Well, I just, I'm just all niggered out. All kinds of nigga music. I'm spent. You got niggas, you got young black kids rioting in public areas and restaurants and nightclubs and parking lots, and then you got Drake fueling this fire with the music. I'm just spent with all the niggerism.
You've had enough.
All the niggerism.
You've had enough.
It's just too much nigga. It's too much nigga business for me. It's just way too much.
Hey man, I appreciate you. We'll talk soon.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Hey there, area code 224. Good evening. Please watch the language. Are you there? 224.
Yes, I'm here.
Hey, is this Jerome?
Yes, it is.
Hey man, good to hear from you. Where do you want to start, sir?
I want to start with Drake.
Okay.
The 3 albums that he put out, I don't think it's ever been done before in hip hop history on the same day.
Okay.
I think that right now he has put the game of hip hop on his back again.
Okay.
He has flipped the script and came back and put everybody on notice and letting the world know he's the biggest rap star that the world the second biggest rap star that the world has ever seen.
Who would you say is the
I
first?
think it's phenomenal.
Who would you say is the first?
Absolutely.
No,
and the Iceman album.
No. Who would you say is the biggest rap star ever?
Tupac. Yeah, that the world has ever seen.
Okay.
Yeah, as far as face value, I think it's Tupac.
Okay.
And then after that, I think it's Drake. As far as being the world's best entertainer, I think it's Michael Jackson. I think it's him.
Okay.
So people can hate it or love it, but the man is who he is. No one is putting up numbers like he put up. He did it for 10 years straight. Okay. He had one slip up. I mean, he has faced giants in the hip hop game, from Pusha T to Kanye West, Kid Cudi, and basically he came out unscathed. And then when Kendrick Lamar dissed him and made the famous, and notorious diss track, man, he just kept going, and then he sued the record labels, which is
Can I jump in?
Well,
can I jump in?
Sure.
Now, I prefer Drake's music over Kendrick, but now let's not get it twisted. That was a knockout blow. Kendrick not just knocked him down, knocked him out. Pow! They not like us. That was a knockout, sir. Come on, let's be real. Now, he got back up since then. I can appreciate Drake's formula. I don't know his entire catalog. I don't play Drake when I'm at home. Certainly not in my vehicle. But now, if we can go back for a second, I'm appreciating what you're saying. You sound like a very knowledgeable man. I don't know if I would say Tupac was the biggest. After his death, he became immortalized. But when he was alive, Tupac had enemies. It wasn't... How old are you?
I'm 48.
He wasn't loved when he was alive. He had enemies in New York. And respectfully, I don't even know if Tupac ever had a network. He didn't have any money when he died. I think less than $100,000. And, he could have been in debt. I don't know. Maybe he was spreading it around. But he never got a chance to reap the benefits of his efforts. Is that fair to say, Tupac?
Yes, that's very fair to say. And I want to add to that. He was in a situation just like Michael Jackson was. Michael Jackson was in severe debt when he was alive.
Sir, please watch your mouth. Tupac, sir, Tupac does not compare to Michael Jackson. Please don't do that.
Okay. Well, I'm just making an example. And these things are facts as well. You can research it or whatnot.
I know for a fact he's in no way, shape, or form compared to Michael Jackson. But go ahead.
I'm just speaking from the financial aspect of it. Michael Jackson was not breaded up when he was alive. He had to constantly keep borrowing money from the record label because he owned the masters. that's what kept them afloat. So the same thing with Tupac.
Can I jump in, sir?
Can
I jump in?
Sure.
Michael Jackson had lines of credit with businessmen around the world. He didn't have to go back to Sony. He was actually purchasing a lot of that catalog, and that was their relationship. They weren't loaning him money. You can check this. That's a fact. He was getting lines of credit from kings and other people around the globe. Tupac, we loved him, but he was broke, sir. He did not have any credit. I mean, there's no comparison. But go ahead. We're just conversating. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, just from a cultural standpoint, when you mention Michael Jackson, when you mention Tupac, these names are going to go around the world. And speaking of Michael Jackson, the movie just came out, right? And it's the biggest movie in music history for the most part. But I want to try to transition.
Go ahead.
I want to try to transition over to the Jewish scenario. Please. And I really want to speak upon that because I think that when it was the Africans in Minnesota, this was plastered on every news network, every social media outlet. It was known that these people were doing fraud and they were taking all of this money. And I really appreciate you for bringing these things to the light because we have to also expose what's going on in Lakewood, New Jersey. One thing that I will say about these people is this. I was never mad at, the Africans, and just like I'm not mad at the Jewish people. They are trying to make a way for their people, hell or high water. And if they could do it and get away with it, then guess what? With all the fraud that's going on in the United States would make them any different.
Okay. Yeah. That's an old video that I just played, but I just wanted to show that, I've always gone down different paths with regards to other cultures, but, people have to chime in sometime as opposed to giving them a pass. Nobody gets a pass, but we can, have rational discussions without being hateful. But I appreciate your call and thank you for your donation.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
I appreciate you taking my call.
Sir. Thank you.
No doubt.
There he is, Mr. John Blaze on a Monday evening. Yes.
John Blaze on the check-in. I got flagged down and somebody told me I can cook a small hat today. They told me that the big nigga was online. He said, listen, if you want to call in on this Zionist movement, you want to cook a small hat today, I ran up in the house and got some groceries. So it's time for me to cook.
Let's go.
Just a little bit, because, when we look at the history of these small hats back in World War II, they said, tell you European small hats, y'all can fight our war and we'll give you a country. Where was that country? Perhaps South America, perhaps South Africa. But no, let's go ahead and put you over here in Palestine. But just remember that by 1948, as the state of Israel was declared, the Zionist militias unleashed terror campaigns that displaced more than 750,000 Palestinians. An event known as the Nakba, a catastrophe. Villages was massacred, homes were destroyed, and families were driven into exile. Now, they put the perspective during that 1917 era, they constituted 90% of the population of historic Palestinian, while Jews represented about 10% of the own 2% of the land. These folks are wicked. It's the supremacy of Zionism. Now, Zionism today functions as an ideology of supremacy, and we all know that. Its defenders often insist that the opposition of Zionism equals anti-Semitic. I can't even pronounce it, man. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm talking about. Now, I want to go ahead and I wanted to bring. I wanted to bring in the phone. They say, come on in, you can cook a small hat. But now we remember now that by the collapse was under scrutiny during that Balfour Declaration after World War II. There was more than 5,000 ethnic groups worldwide and only 193 of them recognized by states. Few has achieved national sovereignty. Now, the funny thing about Israel, they went ahead and created through Zionism the modern face of atrocity. Okay. Now, since October
of 2023, as we already know, went down there. Israel's assault on Gaza has revealed its dark detail and true nature of this regime. Under the pretext of self-defense, it has systematically devastated an enclave near 60,000 Palestinians that was killed, enduring more than 18,000 children massacred. Now, let's not forget what they're doing right now, okay? Now, we know the history. Israel has dropped more than 2,000 bombs on refugee camps, starved 2 million people as weapons of war, okay? Now, they targeted humanitarian convoys. Now, from the World Central Kitchen to the World Food Programs they bombed. 3 American doctors who were volunteered in Gaza, they described a chilling pattern of snipers inflicting gunshot wounds on the heads of children. Now, we have got to talk about the truth. Now, the truth is about these goddamn small hats that they play this role of victimhood, and it's done as a strategy, you know, because Israel is perhaps the only colonial occupier in history that consistently positioned itself as the internal victim. This is a pattern that it's a predictable strike first, the claim of victimhood, you know, whether in the mass killing of Palestinians or the assassination of a Iranian scientist, because, you know, they go around assassinating scientists worldwide, but they can do those type of things because they the small hats, you know what I'm saying? Now, Israel relies on the sophisticated propaganda machine that is the diplomatic alliances to reframe aggression as self-preservation, and that's what the small hats is doing right now. We ain't gonna be fooled, man. They got to keep it real, because the Holocaust, one of the history's greatest crimes, that's what they say, should serve as a universal warning against this genocide that they proclaim. They say it's this amount, they say it's that amount. Who knows, right? Because they propagate. You see, the propaganda of that Holocaust was propagandized to which point there was 6 million. Well, how can you murder 6 million of them during a period of 8 years? I didn't know you can kill that many people during that short amount of time, because 8 years is not a long time. You see what I'm saying? But let's be clear. Anti-Semitism, or I can't even pronounce that word. I'm so goddamn high right now, man. I'm serious as hell. You know?
I appreciate you.
Somebody told.
I appreciate you.
Yeah, somebody told me somebody told me we can cook a small hat today, but let's go ahead and remember the roots of Zionism. Come on now, let's remember the roots of Zionism. Zionism founded in the late 19th century by the secular nationalist, what's his name, Theodore Herzl or something like that, right? You know, he went ahead and went in front of the UN, which at the time was, I believe, was the League of Nations. They wasn't even no goddamn UN. You see what I'm saying? So the project was really based off purely religion, and it was cloaked in language of Jewish self-determination. You see what I'm saying? So we have to remember, by 1948, as the state of Israel was declared, Zionist militias unleashed terror throughout that whole goddamn region, and the estimate of the killing of Palestinians, along with ethnic Jews, we're looking at about 790,000. So this is the God's chosen people. The God's chosen people are nothing but murderous. I digress,
easy,
man. I didn't want to go ahead and I don't want to go ahead and cook too much, but I went and bought some groceries, and somebody told me John Blaze can go ahead and cook today, man. But I appreciate the platform, man,
yes,
and I appreciate the show. Salute to a real one.
Thank you, John Blaze. Salute. Okay.
Bye.